notification. Now broadcasting. Notification. Notification.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Got his man. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just
wide ass open.
Make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season.
Wide ass fucking open.
Oh, they beat top 25.
I got time for that shit.
Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Wide ass open.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Russell. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hale. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Hooks. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the 1st. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Russell. Rush is on him. He's going to run it. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. It bounced through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quick shovel pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Got a man, it's Carrion. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Carrion. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. There he goes. We've seen this in this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Sooners have their offense in high gear.
What
Quarterback
the
may
fuck?
change
Go
this
up in his
route.
mind.
Now from inside the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket. Got rid of it just in time. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. The Sooners hit it quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Throw toward the end zone. Pick. Wide of the goal line. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Damn, I got hit, bro. My fault, fellas. Great shit right back to him.
Don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. Don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Oh, wrong button.
It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback.
My bad, fellas.
Get that one back.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Lets it fly. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. At the 35, he's open. And he's to the 48-yard line. Now he's good enough for a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Boldy. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's carry on. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Kearney. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down throw. Line getting set on second down. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. Sprinting away. Touchdown Sooners. Excellent pass by the back on the option. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. Knocked down right up at 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They're going to run it to the right. Fighting off the defender. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been
How the fuck you fall? You supposed to keep
establish a
running.
running game.
Yeah, great
Run through
running
here.
backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Wants to throw. It's Bolden. Throws for the tight end. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Off the play fake. He's going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because
turning it on! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
He might want another play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown tie. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air, it's bowling. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and, man, you know he's looking for more.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He wants to change this route. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air, it's Bowling. Got a man, it's Kearney. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He rifles one deep down the right side. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Adams. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Alabama! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Sooner. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
That's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Trying to get the corner. Creates a little room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Throws to the tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. It's Kearney. He got loose, almost ousted, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Sooners are on the move. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Caught in the backfield, it's Carry-On. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Thomas. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead.
Well, 2 plays in a row, David. They're just running their heads into the wall. Just physical play by this D-line.
And this defensive line, and these...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. Goes out of bounds at the 13, and man, is this offense set up now. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in his secondary. He might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for his single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get 1, it's a nice day. But when you get 2, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, creating big plays for this defense.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Defense going all in to stop the run. Quarterback will keep it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, it's Boley. Looking to get it in. Touchdown Sooners! They take the lead with the 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go. They got the points they needed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Hale. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Makes the catch. It's Hampton. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Alabama quickly back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass, it's Russell. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fleming. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Hauls it in. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the 4th. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Sooner offense to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game. Who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 11 to Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Now this offense is back on the field. Takes the handoff. It's Hawkins. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown tie. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooner offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To throw, it's Boley. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short.
Because you're trailing by so
He caught that. That's crazy.
The defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and leave the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this week.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. How about that catch? Diving grab along the left sideline. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys, as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Fires to the middle. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fire into the right, complete. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the low back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice gain for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback to take a breath and exhale.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Back to the ground game on the left. Slithers into space. Boy, he looked as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Yeah, and Listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching